America, we gotta get back to doing what's expected of us as free citizens in this democracy. That means being tolerant, being respectful, staying informed, and being engaged. I'm former Congressman Joe Walsh. Follow me here and join the millions of Americans who are renewing their social contract with each other. The social contract, it's on us. Hey, a short show today, but a live show this Memorial Day. I hope you've all had a good weekend. Memorial Day 2025. I think, and I've always thought, that when it comes to days throughout the year or days of recognition, holidays, days we take off for whatever reason here in America, I've always thought Memorial Day is the second most important day that we recognize in this country every single year. The most important day, day of recognition, holiday, July 4th, Independence Day. Independence Day, where we celebrate and honor the courage of those who made that leap and founded this great thing called America. Memorial Day, in my mind, throughout the year, is really the second most important day every American goes through, every American acknowledges. Because on this day, Memorial Day, we think of, and how wonderful would it be if we all took time to think of the men and women who died, who were killed, defending this great experiment in democracy. These 2 days, and others are important, but these 2 days, Independence Day and Memorial Day, recognizing and giving thanks for the founding of this great experiment in democracy, and then Memorial Day, recognizing and thinking of and thanking and giving a moment to and praying for those who gave it all up so as to keep this great experiment in democracy going. This is not a happy day. It's always like slayed me. It's always bothered me when people say Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day is not a happy day. This day today, wherever you are this day today, this is not a happy day. This is a somber day. This is a sad day. We think about today, lives cut short. We think about today, lives cut ridiculously short. We think about today, 19, 20, 21-year-old, 22-year-old boys, men, girls, women who were killed defending this country, who were killed defending our freedoms, your freedoms, who died, lives cut short. We think today about lives cut short. We don't think about it enough. We never have. It's a long weekend, right? It's a long weekend. The beginning of summer, right? Barbecues and family celebrations, and we're grilling dogs and burgers, and we're hanging out, and we're taking a day off. We don't take enough time today, this weekend, to think about all those lives cut short. All those lives never really fully lived. All those accomplishments never fully achieved. The promise of so many American service members never fully fulfilled because they died, they were killed, they were slain, they were shot, they were blown up, they were stabbed somewhere on this planet, defending you and defending me and defending democracy and defending freedom. This is not a happy day. It's a hard thing for a lot of Americans to grasp. This is a holy day. I find myself tearing up throughout Memorial Day, every Memorial Day. Keith, can you put up the picture of that one American service member? And TikTok, I hope you can see this. I'm just going to put this up, right? Army Staff Sergeant Heath N. Craig died June 21st, 2006, serving during Operation Enduring Freedom. And there he is with his little boy who has grown up without his dad because his dad made that ultimate sacrifice. That's what today is. That's what today is. Today is thinking about, remembering, giving thanks for, giving a prayer for Army Staff Sergeant Heath N. Craig, struck down in the year 2006. So that we all can be free. So that we all can barbecue and grill and drink beers and all the rest today. That's what this day is about. What we are asked as Americans is just to take a moment out of our day today. Just take a moment out of our day today. Use social media, use whatever, right? My God, scroll through the names and the faces of all the lives cut short in every war in our country's history. Go back, every single war. All the lives cut short. World War I, World War II, the Civil War, Vietnam, on and on. That's what today is. No, Deborah, not happy Memorial Day. It's not a happy. This is a day that's not about us, right? We make everything about us, don't we, here in America? Everything's about us, right? Me and my life and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to take the long weekend off. Damn it, this day isn't about you. This is one day throughout the 365-day calendar year that doesn't have a freaking thing to do about you. You and your life. This is about lives you never, ever knew. Struck down in some war on the other side of the world at the age of 22 years old, and they never, ever, ever had the opportunity to live a life, to get married, to have kids, to grow old, to have grandkids, to retire and play golf and all of that. That's what this day is about. We are all asked today, this Memorial Day, to be selfless, to take some time this weekend, this day, and to think of, to rise above our lives and to think of something bigger and more important than us, namely every American service member who died. This is Memorial Day, right? This is not Veterans Day, right? Today we think of, we give a thought to, we pray for, we give thanks to those who were killed in the line of duty, those who died. That's who we think of today. And it's not a happy day. You know, I'm doing my best to avoid politics today, but the utter idiot we have in the White House, that disgrace that we have in the White House. There is no president in American history who's disrespected our troops more than Donald Trump has. None. And it just slays me that any soldier, any veteran thinks anything of him. Donald Trump, right? Memorial Day 2025. What was Trump's message? What was Donald Trump's Memorial Day message? Keith, put that up. There it is, TikTok. Happy Memorial Day. Of course, Trump starts off his message, Happy Memorial Day. Utterly clueless. Donald Trump has zero understanding of what this day is. And then Trump decides to go into like a 500-word diatribe, all political, against the scum of the country and blah, 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 having nothing to do with this day. Donald Trump sends out a Memorial Day message that has nothing to do with this day, but has everything to do with himself. He is the most disrespectful president this country has ever had. He is a disgrace. It's not a surprise, though. Happy Memorial Day. It is not a surprise that Donald Trump sent that Memorial Day message out. Not a surprise at all, right? Captain Phony Bone Spurs, who worked his ass off, right, to avoid the draft, to never having to serve. That's Donald Trump. Donald Trump, who called American service members who died in war, Donald Trump called them suckers and losers, right? That's the guy. That guy, Donald Trump, who said, I don't like POWs, man. I like service members who don't get caught, who don't get imprisoned. No president in America's history has disrespected our men and women of the armed services more than Donald Trump has. And it is utterly no surprise that Trump would send a message like this. None. Because again, go back, everybody, to where we started. What is today all about? One word? What is the one word that pretty much nails today? Yeah, sacrifice. Today's all about sacrifice. Men and women who sacrificed. Men and women who made that ultimate, that's such a noble phrase. but it's a phrase that lets us avoid the truth. Today we honor those, and we'll all hear it today. Today we honor and we think about those who made the ultimate sacrifice. What is that? They died. They were killed. They put themselves in uniform, they put themselves in harm's way, and they were killed, shot down, blown up, stabbed. They were killed. They gave up their lives. None of us know if we have another go around at this thing. None of us know if there's something after this life. These men and women who we honor today, the ultimate sacrifice, they gave up their lives. Yeah, they made the ultimate sacrifice. Donald Trump knows nothing about sacrifice. Donald Trump knows zero about the true meaning of this day. I'll go one step further. Donald Trump is the antithesis of sacrifice. Donald Trump is the antithesis of sacrifice. My God, how can it just slays me? You see an American president on Memorial Day put out a message that has nothing to do with the men and women we honor today. Instead, Trump puts out a political message all about himself. What a fucking disgrace he is. It is an embarrassment to call him commander in chief. No American president has disrespected our troops more than he has. It's shameful. Utterly shameful. It's like Trump, did you see 2 days ago, right? Trump was at West Point. Trump was at West Point giving a speech to all the graduates. And Trump wore his MAGA cap. Didn't even have the respect for his audience enough to take off his MAGA, his red MAGA cap. What a disgrace he is. And then Trump spent the whole speech talking about himself. And then Trump, unlike George W. Bush and Obama and Biden and Reagan and Clinton and every president before him, Donald Trump didn't have the time to stick around and shake the hands of all the grads at West Point. No, Trump didn't have the time to do that. Trump jetted off to do what? To go play golf. Obama stuck around and congratulated every West Point grad. George W. Bush stuck around and congratulated every West Point grad. Every president, Republican and Democrat, not Trump. Trump had to rush off and go play golf. It is just such a crazy, ironic thing that we have in the White House the utter antithesis of those brave souls we honor today. Today we honor and we take a moment and we think about lives cut short, loves not fully realized, careers not fully achieved, families not fully grown, promise not fully fulfilled. Americans who died and were killed to keep this great experiment in democracy continuing. Unlike that coward in the White House, unlike that un-American draft dodging coward in the White House, I know every single one of you is capable of taking some time today to give thanks to people you didn't even know. And thanks to people you did know, your brothers, your cousins, your uncles, your great grandfathers who died on some battlefield in uniform, defending freedom and democracy. Think of them today. This is a reverent day. Treat it thus. Treat today with the respect it deserves. Bigger than you today is. In so many ways, more important than you and I today is. Treat it thus. And if you don't know how to behave today, if you don't exactly know what to do today, I can help. Be the opposite of Trump. Be the opposite of that narcissistic coward in the White House. And make today about everything but you. Get with your kids, get with your grandkids, tell your kids and your grandkids what today means. Make sure they know, make sure your kids and your grandkids know what today means. This is the second holiest American day we've got. We celebrate our independence every July 4th, man. Greatest thing in the world, greatest country in the history of the world, freest country in the history of the world. That's a glorious day. Today, we take stock and we think about those who've kept this country going, kept us free, kept this democracy going by laying down and giving it all up. Have that talk with your kids and your grandkids today. Have that talk with your family members today. Visit a cemetery today. Go online. Read about the lives. Read about the litany of the lives lost in each and every war that this country has had to endure. It's not a happy day. It's a somber day. It's a day in which we recognize and give thanks to sacrifice. Would that we did that more than just one day out of the year. But today, try to do that today. Try to think about and give thanks for all those who sacrificed so that you can be where you are today, with whoever you're with today, doing whatever you're doing today. Thank you for listening. The week will begin tomorrow, Tuesday. We'll get back to our regular schedule and our regular program tomorrow. Thanks for listening. You want to send me an email, please do. thesocialcontractwithjoewalsh@gmail.com. thesocialcontractwithjoewalsh@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Take time today. We'll talk again tomorrow. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been The Social Contract with